Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. Today we're going to talk about the top teams in the Open Ultra League in this season. Ultra League is my second favorite league nowadays after Master League, to be honest, and I do enjoy playing it. Yeah, it takes like longer than other leagues to play, but there is like more room for like forgiving because I play my sets sometimes during my break, and you know, like when you are at work and you have break, you're not 100% focused, you know. So that's why we enjoy Ultra League. So why is Ultra League so good for me? Because it's dominated by water. No, that's literally not the reason. It's just like a league that but I think it's the second favorite league to my viewers, so that's also why another reason why I do enjoy it. Because, you know, this is what you will see in Ultra League. I've never seen Pangoro. I mean, other people do, so it's a you issue. No, let's not be salty here and help everyone to get, you know, a team. So Jellicent is so good nowadays just because they buffed Shadow Ball, I think last season, not this season, and then Corbinite is just everywhere in this league. So whatever you're using, it must have 2 counters at least for Corbinite. This is what I always recommend. And it need to have a Lapras counter. But you might be asking, is there a Pokemon that can beat Corviknight and Lapras? Yes, Galarian Moltres is one of those. It's actually one of those, and there is also Tinkaton. Tinkaton does beat Corviknight. There is no way it does. Yeah, there is no way it does. No, it just beat... Tinkaton beat everything else, okay? It beats Lapras, it beats Moltres, it beats Florges. Dondozo? What the heck is Dondozo? Is that a new Pokemon, Dondozo? Wait. Outrage, Waterfall, Surf? That sounds bad. Maybe the Pokemon just has great stats. Feraligatr is still a very decent Pokemon, by the way. It's not as bulky as the others, but it has a decent play in this cup. And one of the Pokemons that you guys don't see in this ranking, but I still do enjoy, is actually Virizion, just because it's so flexible and so good. Another Pokemon I also do enjoy is actually Clefable, just because it can deal with so many Pokemons outside Corviknight, and it's tanky enough to stall the fight whenever I want. Another Pokemon I do appreciate and I can't see in the top 13 is Malamar. It's actually so good for me because it's just so flexible. Because like usually people lead something like Corviknight or something like Guzzlord or something like Empoleon, and Malamar has a play against all of these. And you can always, you know, if they have a Dark type, you can always Superpower and then switch out. If they have a Jellicent lead, I think you're going to win the game. It's just a very, very flexible Pokemon. What if we have the Shadow? I think the Shadow is even better. I just don't have one. As far as Drapion, I know some people still use it. I don't recommend, but people are still actually using it. So let's move to the top teams from top players. And the Pokemon number 1 we're going to talk about is Jellicent. As you can see, it's ranked number 1. And the main thing about Jellicent is that you need to deal with Dark type, and nothing is better at dealing with Dark type more than Fairy type Pokemons and Virizion, also like Fairy types and Fighters. So you just need to make sure that you have those. And here we can see we have Verizon and we have Alolan Ninetale. Alolan Ninetale is an insane Pokemon nowadays, by the way. It's actually so good. And then the Dragon type Pokemon. I actually been struggling to play against this Pokemon and I haven't used it in a very, very long time. Maybe because I forget to play its community day and I just don't have a legacy one. So I don't have the chance to try it. The second Pokemon is Corviknight. Who doesn't know Corviknight? Corviknight is, I always, if they don't lead it, they will insta safe swap it. That has been my experience with this Pokemon. It's just so annoying to play against. And I remember Florges became so flexible because it has a play into Corviknight or into Billibold, and Billibold was everywhere. Billibold, Corviknight were literally everywhere, and then people started using Florges because it just deals with those 2 Pokemons. You can pair it with a Dragon just so you can make sure you are anti-electric, because electric is the only issue that this Pokemon have. And then something else which is like a meta Pokemon as a third. If we move into Lapras, Lapras is still decent. It's so freaking good of a Pokemon. I actually have 2 Lapras built in Ultra League. I think 3. I have Shadow, non-Shadow, and another non-Shadow, but one with the Skull Bash, one with Ice Beam. That's how I enjoy. that's what, like, how much I enjoy playing this Pokemon. It's just so flexible. The main part and the main annoying part about Lapras is that sometimes you wish you have Skull Bash. Sometimes you wish you have Ice Beam. What do I recommend to use? Just use Dragon Pulse, to be honest. Some people actually don't know this, but Lapras actually have Dragon Pulse. I'm not sure if it's a legacy that cannot be TM'd. Like, I remember it might be one of those where, like, you have to have one coat in, like, 2016 with Dragon Pulse to be able to have it. That's the only thing I could remember. As far as what pairs well with Lapras, anything that beats Dark type. So either of these dragons or the Weezing. And as a third, I think Scourge is the most underrated Pokemon right now. And mainly because of the Pokemon that we'll talk about next, which is Tinkaton. Tinkaton is just an insane Pokemon. It has great stat product. It has great types. Whether it's Fairy or it's Steel, both are amazing. It has great coverage, great moveset. So you need to hard counter it. And if you want to hard counter it, you need Scourge, I think. So pretty much all of its counters are things that beat ground type. So you're going to have a grass type with it. But the problem with it is Corviknight. So you need to make sure that you have enough answers to Corviknight. And that is why I made the next team. And this is going to be my team, by the way, here. Moltres, Florges, and Tinkaton. So I have 2 answers to Corviknight. I have 2 answers to Billy Bold. And it's a team that I actually enjoy playing. You know what? Let me just save this team so I don't forget about it. 1 second. But also the second team is also good with it. I mean, Cobalion is good, and this guy is actually great. If you need more Florges teams, this is literally a team that I used, which was a Florges with the Dragon Regidrago and Florges, Regidrago, and Moltres. I used to lead this Pokemon though. I used to do it. This is my lead, and Florges is my safe swap. What do I recommend Florges? I think safe swap is much better. It's much better as a safe swap, to be honest. Like, if you need my advice, if you want my advice, if you care about my advice, and you can just do Fairy Double Steal. It's not a bad team. It's just a team that gets annoyed whenever, like, you lose lead and then you lose a switch. There's literally no coming back. Shadow Empoleon is... I think non-Shadow is better, so I would just have the Shadow here just to play with those people that don't watch the video. They just skip throughout. So let's just scam them and make them think that Shadow Empoleon is the sauce. But yeah, I think Empoleon non-Shadow is good enough because it's not bulky. Like, the non-Shadow is already frail, so keep that in mind. I know it's bulkier in Ultra League than Great League, but still, it's still not that bulky of a Pokemon. Annihilate is still decent, but you have to run Low Sweep, I think the fast move. And you need to run the non-Shadow, okay? Don't run the Shadow anymore. Licky is just an insane Pokemon, man. I freaking love Licky. I actually think that Licky is the most underrated Pokemon by far in Ultra League, because it can deal with the Florges, it can deal with the Poison, it can deal with the Corviknight. Those 3 are the most popular 3, and this is the only thing I could remember that can deal with those Pokemons. And don't forget that Togekiss is still a decent Pokemon in this league, and you can still use Blastoise if you enjoy it, but make sure it has the sunglasses. And yeah, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Don't forget to like the video if you like the content, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and there is a hype button. Make sure to click on it so it will help the channel into getting on others' feeds. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, or whatever you're having. Peace.